the Premier League. The champions have officially been crowned. Manchester City have officially won the league after Arsenal lost on Saturday. And City, it didn't matter, but City ended up still winning by beating Chelsea 1-0. Your first thoughts?
I mean, first thoughts, congrats, City. 3 in a row now. I believe
Yeah,
that's 5 in 6 years. So, I mean, City always have this late run where they come back and win the title. But Arsenal fans, I'm not gonna say it's a disappointing season. Obviously, it's not. You're in the top four, and your expectation was top four, right? It wasn't title at all. But like you cannot come away like saying that nothing happened because at the end of the day it was a missed opportunity.
for sure.
93% of the season you were first place and not pulling it off. It hurts if you're a fan of Arsenal for sure. Like you can't say nothing happened, right? Like you can't say, oh, we'll be back next year. I mean, you could say we'll be back next year, but you can't say like this is not painful because like they are the youngest team in the PL, so they definitely will be back. The experience, definitely lack of experience, definitely got to them because
And their lack of depth, personally, a little bit.
yeah, and
Because
then
Saliba got
that's
hurt.
where City just went on the run and Arsenal lost it.
Yeah, no, pretty much what you said. I predicted City was gonna win the league even when Arsenal was first place. Did not expect Arsenal to be second. So if you're talking about as a season, Arsenal had a successful season. There's no denying that. It's exactly what you said. They were there, right? 93% of the season is a stat we saw. That they were first place at one point. I think 5 or 8 points clear. I'm not sure how high it was with the games in hand. And Arsenal did get knocked out early in some of the tournaments as well, and whereas City was still playing, they're in the Champions League final, they're in the FA Cup final. So yeah, a missed opportunity. Next, like you could always say there's always next year, but you can't guarantee that, right? Because is Man City gonna get worse? No. Hopefully Man United is propels in the summer. Liverpool, I don't see them being like this. As bad as Chelsea and Tottenham were this year, I don't see them being this bad. Yes, do I think Arsenal's gonna be bad? No. They're still gonna be a top four contender, title contender, especially if they take away what they've done this year. So, but overall, yeah, successful season, but disappointing ending because they easily could have been titles
Yeah, so like one point I want to
holders.
make is like it's a clear it's missed opportunity. Everyone agrees on that. But like there was an expectation at the beginning of the season for Arsenal. All right, top four is the expectation. But like as the season went on, the expectation became title. So that's where you could
Yeah,
add in this disappointment factor in there. I'm not going to classify this season as disappointment at all, but it's definitely heartbreaking if you're a fan of Arsenal.
yeah. Hey, I don't care, but like obviously just as an outside looking in, if they had won it, City was disappointing for not winning it with the squad they have, and I didn't want to hear no Champions League final excuse. But clearly, City flipped the switch. Someone who I've criticized a lot was Jack Grealish. He stepped up massively after the World Cup, especially like prior to the World Cup and last season, he was hurt, not living up to that price tag. And so far, he's now their main starting winger over Foden. So yeah, congrats City. Arsenal successful season, disappointing ending, disappointing results throughout the way. But it is what it is. City've done it before to Liverpool. So yeah. Any comments about the title?
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess just like it's gonna be an exciting race next year, in my opinion, for the title
yeah,
because like Arsenal shown they could do it, like compete with City.
yeah,
City is obviously City. Liverpool shown that they could compete with City, just the off year for them,
yeah,
and then hopefully Manchester United, our team could add some pieces in to
yeah.
be in that race as well.
Speaking of Manchester United, moving on, top four battle right now is third and fourth are Man United, and at fourth Newcastle, surprise team of the year for sure. At third at 69 points. Um, Newcastle having the higher goal difference. Liverpool at fifth. So that's the battle for the top four right now. Liverpool disappointing result on the weekend. Got lucky. Not I wouldn't say lucky. Got the late goal by Roberto Firmino to at least get a point, but to at least have a slim chance. But with Man United and Newcastle having two games in hand, like a game in hand, but two games remaining, it'll be disappointing for either team, especially as a Man United fan. I'll be pissed that we can't get 1 point in the next 2 games.
Yeah, you only need
especially at home for Man
one
United.
point, 2 games. Like, it should be over, right? Like, it should be over. I'm not gonna say like too much like about it, because at the end of the day, Newcastle and Man United have been good this year, right? So like they're capable of getting 1 point in 2 games. So like I'm not
So
gonna.
if you just want to know what the schedule remaining is, Man United play Chelsea on Thursday, and then they close off against Fulham. Both of them are at home. Newcastle play today at the time this is out against Leicester, who are desperate because they are in a relegation battle, which we'll get into. And their final game, I believe, is against Chelsea. So obviously can't count Chelsea out too much, but again, they had a dreadful year. And then Liverpool close out the year against Southampton, who have nothing to play for. So I project Southampton to lose, so Liverpool to win. But yeah, no, as you were saying, disappointing if both Newcastle and United don't
It's
get
1 point in 2 games. Like, come on, like you gotta get it done at
Yeah.
this point now. Like, you have it in the bag now.
And that being said, if we're projecting this, you're projecting Man United, Newcastle to get the third and fourth spot,
100%.
and then Liverpool will stay fifth. So moving on to the European spots, unless you have anything else to add.
No, moving on will be like Liverpool 5th, and now Brighton will be 6th, most likely.
They're sixth, locked. Even with the goal difference, they're locked because at Villa, who are 7th, are like 16 goals away, so it has to be massive both ways. So as of right now, it seems like Liverpool and Brighton should be the Europa League candidates, which means the 7th seed is open, which is the Conference League, right? And right now it's occupied by Aston Villa, and they're 1 point ahead of Tottenham, who are at 8th, and they're 2 point ahead of Brentford, who are 9th. So, and then after that, it's closed off. So pretty much, each of them have a game. Villa win, they're in. Tottenham win, or draw. Not sure about the math there, but Tottenham has to win. Brentford have to win, and Villa have to lose to have a chance. For Brentford, obviously, both of them ahead of them have to lose. The thing is, Brentford plays City. Now, they're already won the title. They rested the players today against Chelsea. They still won, so we can't count that team out with Pep coaching that team. Tottenham's last game is against Leeds, who are desperate themselves. So this is going to be a good matchup because Leeds, which we'll get into the relegation battle, are in it. And Brighton, last game is against Villa.
Yeah, but like
Not Brighton. Villa is against Brighton.
Yeah.
So Brighton are locked at 6, not too much to play for, but you still want to go out with pride.
Yeah. I think Aston Villa will pull it off. Unai Emery really changed the club around.
Yeah.
Once he got hired. So, I mean, they went on a big streak because they were in the relegation battle before.
Yeah.
So now that you have a fighting for a European spot is actually like really good. And they are a good team as well. Like, Ollie Watkins, striker, obviously. Emi Martinez is in net. So, like, I trust them to get the job done.
Yeah. So I agree. I hope Villa for the sake, because like Ashley Young connection with United, but not even just that. Tottenham make more of a rival, in my opinion. So it would be fun to make fun of Tottenham fans, even though they have nothing